Is this a gift or a curse called love, that brings deep pain and sorrow, that sucks the energy and drains the spirit of life, that makes the body falter and the mind loses its way? What is this aberration that grips our throats with solid arms, cause shortness of breath that makes life unbearable, and death seems like a better option? What is this madness that tugs on the seams of the heart, that which causes the eyes to wander in tears? The nights become longer, and sleep is blanketed with fears. What is this love that plunders our emotions? What is that addictive feeling of love that hijacks the senses? The deep yearning for a sighting of that special one wreak havoc with our thoughts, blind our eyes from everything else around. What is the hunger that makes us crave a glimpse of her eyes, lose our thoughts into senseless fabrications, our bodies wither thin and weak? What is this lunacy which causes us to not stop longing, that makes life a tiresome uphill journey, a continuous stream of torture that beckons death to its door? What is this delusion which batters our dreams, that make us cry out to our ancestors to open their doors? What is this that brings us to reach out to touch our gods, with agonizing cries and angry pleas? What is this feeling of weakness caused by a feeling of love, that which hangs a sheet of darkness over our heads, place a heavy load on our shoulders, and slowly lures us into a state of insanity? What is this delirious wind that takes us high up in the clouds, then drop us suddenly down to the earth, without a care as to whether we will fall into a river and drown, or down the side of a mountain against jagged rocks? What is this illusion that wakes us out of our sleep, that makes our bodies shiver like leaves on a tree in autumn, that enslave our thoughts and sequester our minds, that sees our life's purpose and wrings it dry? What is this seductive decoy that leads us down a narrow path, which blurs our vision and mists our eyes with tears, that which seduces the soul and unceasingly entraps the body, torments our heart, rendering the mind in discreet unsoundness? Answer me if you can. What is this torture called love? What is the madness that permeates itself into our being? What is this lie that purports to create a new, exciting world, only to become part of the agonizing past? If my body was not charred from being ablaze in her fire, I would not have realized the hurt and what it was all about. For love has many faces, each of which is worth remembering. Though the lure of the warm indoors beckons me in, the expanse of a winter night brings no fear to a yearning heart. A silent, abandoned place when the world seems to stand still. Bathe in a cold flow of an unseen light. Yearning takes strength, but love dictates the food required, and every reminiscence makes the hungry soul hungrier, as the heart seeks the thrill of that which is hidden in the night sky. It must adjust its sustenance needs. Memories are stirred and thickened with childlike enthusiasm, like matchless jewels, each a unique story of a master scriptwriter. As the thirsty heart frolics and becomes thirstier, in a world where everything impossible seems to become possible, dim memories are shaken out of their slumber, and recollections and flashbacks set their own rules and limits for the good old times that are fit for gentle retrospection. If my body was not charred from being ablaze in her fire, I would not have realized the hurt and what it was all about. For love has many faces, each of which is worth remembering. Sometimes we need someone else to find that connection to ourselves, simple in its complexity, to lift our spirits and reassure us when we are in doubt about ourselves. Someone to validate us as individuals, to allow us to realize our worth, to escape our familiar place and take refuge in someone else's world, to give and receive the gift of affection, something we need to thrive, someone to shine their light on us and let us see ourselves in a new way, someone who makes us realize the meaning of our existence in this world. Sometimes we need someone to get close to without being afraid of hurt, the simplicity of conversation, yet the depth of implication of every word, provokingly touching and powerful, someone to quiet the internal dialogue that follows us around in our heads, someone to make us feel like we belong and not feel empty and alone. For love and its attachment is an enjoyable and mesmerizing journey. It makes us realize how far out in the desert of longings we have been, as it neatly gathers and ties the past, present, and future together as one. Sometimes we need someone else to find that connection to ourselves, someone to validate us as individuals, to allow us to realize our worth. Sometimes we need someone to get close to without being afraid of hurt, who makes us realize how far out in the desert of longings we have been, someone to shine their light on us and let us see ourselves in a new way, simple in its complexity, provokingly touching and powerful. Love is time that flew and left us, with a weaved life like a colored quilt.